Yeah, this is Tim with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you guys as promised here. I have the website pulled up, which we'll kind of look at here in just a second. I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far, but I do want to start this video out on a Google search page. What I've typed in is roofing Kansas City Mo. This has tons of buyer intent behind it. It's a keyword that involves, roofing with Kansas City, and this is something that somebody's going to type in looking for a company that provides this service within this area. Okay, so keeping it very relevant to you, of course. Now, everybody's brain doesn't work the same, so they may switch this around or generate a different, saying here like roofing company or roofer, roofing contractor, whatever it may be. We just want to get on the first pages for as many of those as possible because around 75 to 80% of people are going to stick on this first page when choosing a company. Now, I kind of want to skip the ads, just briefly go over them. I'm really more associated and more attracted to the organic rankings, but doing it through ads definitely isn't a horrible choice. I would only do it if you aren't ranking organically and you're looking to generate yourself customers right here, right now. Then it would definitely be an option. You're just going to be missing out on quite a bit of traffic here because around 80% of people generally disregard these in the first place. So, if we talk about organic rankings, you can do that through two options, a business profile or through a website. Okay. Now, your business profile is really only going to help you generally within a 5 to 10 mile radius of where you're located at. And I thought I looked you up, you're closer down into this Belton area. So if somebody's, searching for, roofing company near me and they're in Raymore or Lee Summit, what is that, Grandview, or even over, possibly you could reach Olathe as well. That's where your business profile is really going to be able to help you out at. Now, three things right off the bat that are typically going to help most companies is working on how many photos you get in there. I would be uploading photos in there every single week, but making sure they're geotagged. Okay. And that means the location where those photos was taken is embedded within the photo itself. And that can actually help to expand your radius as well that you can rank within. Also, the bio section about your company, make sure that is filled out to a T, 750 characters, 100% filled out. Okay. And then your reviews, make sure you're getting as many great reviews as you can, but then in return, you're also responding to those reviews. Okay. And responding to those reviews, not in a generic way, but in a characterized way that you're really actually looking through that review, deciphering it, and really responding to it to what it actually says. Okay. Doing those three things are definitely going to help boost you up in the ratings and, for people to be able to see you within this top three for those areas. Now, your website is really going to be able to help you out here generally when it comes to ranking. If you're servicing the greater metro area for Kansas City, then you can actually target different areas within it precisely and not have one page of your website trying to rank for all these different areas, which is really counterproductive in most cases. So Christian Brothers is going to be your top competitor for the Kansas City area. So I did pull them up to do a quick little comparison in. Okay. Now, coming over back to your website, right off the bat, I'm seeing some call to actions to schedule an estimate, get an estimate, contact us. Those are all great for increasing conversions on your website once somebody comes in here. Okay. Now, I know right off the bat, what we're seeing here is a pretty short and sweet homepage. Okay. Now, this is, great for, again, keeping it short and sweet, but it's not great for ranking because we don't have content within there. And without content, we can't tell Google what we want to try and rank for, and we can't bring relevant content to our website in the first place. Now, this is where you can get keywords within your website. Okay. You get keywords within the content. And that's telling Google exactly what we're trying to rank for, taking the guesswork out of what they have to do, and making it really streamlined for Google in the first place. Now, generally, you're going to want around 500 to 1,000 words of content on your homepage within this area for roofing. That's just from the research that I've done. So, definitely going to need to get more content within here, but then install in keywords within that content as well. Okay, and generally, a rule of thumb for the entire website is every 150 words of content, we can have a keyword within there. That's without overstuffing and making us seem very unorganic to Google as well. Okay. Now, one thing you may want to look into on top of that is going to be introducing a blog to your website. A lot of your top competitors are doing it in this area, so it's got to be doing something. And the main reason this is going to help is, again, it's throwing relevant content at your website, but it's also going to help generate people to stay in there longer. Okay. And keeping people within your website longer per click is a pretty big stat when it comes to boosting your rankings within Google. So I want to go ahead and finish here going to go ahead and pull this up on your guys' website. So this is a paid program I use called Ahrefs. It's going to give me this dashboard of numbers. So you see me, I plugged in your guys', then we'll take a look at Christian Brothers as well. So these first two rankings here are strength and trust ratings that Google has for your website. Now they're ranked out of 100, but truly once you hit a benchmark of about 30 and above for each of these, you're going to be considered pretty dang powerful at that point, okay, as a website's sake. Now, how do you build that strength and trust out? Well, you got to do it through backlinks, okay? And this is any clickable text or image linking one website to another, and those are all held within different referring domains. Now, a referring domain is crucial because it needs to be as authoritative as you can. And by authoritative, I mean it already has strength and trust within Google. So once you are granted that backlink from that referring domain, it's a big thumbs up in Google's eyes and help generating your ratings here to be higher, okay? Now, also, you're indexing for right at 18 keywords, so definitely need a lot more keywords to be indexed for and put within your website. And as we can see here, it's really not getting you any traffic. And if we actually take a look at the keywords, we can see the only buyer intent, a couple of them, commercial roofing, Kansas City, commercial roofing, KC contractors, that one's okay. Commercial roofing contractors, Kansas City. Okay, so those are the three main buyer intent keywords that I'm seeing. But we can see, eighth page, possibly even ninth page of Google for that one. So not going to get any generation of traffic from being that far back within a Google search, which, I never go back that far, and I'm sure you never go back that far either. Now, if we come over and take a look at Christian Brothers, I'm going to start on their keywords here first, and I'll kind of go back to their overview. So we can see here, I even put in the phrase Kansas City because they're indexed for over 3,000 keywords, so I don't want to have to pick through. So I went ahead and I chose Kansas City as to contain this, so we can see all the keywords right up front, right? So roofing company, Kansas City, roofing repair, roofing contractor, roofing, Kansas City in front of those, so on and so forth. But let's just take the first one, for instance, right? 600 volume for searches involving roofing company, Kansas City. They're getting a third of that, or just over a third of that, into their website as traffic, which is huge, right? And we can see for all these too, the position, right? And the lower position, the higher up on that first page they are. Generally, once you get into the double digits, you're off that first page. So we can see they're in the first page for practically all these different keywords involving roofing in Kansas City, and all the volume associated with these keywords as well, which is well into the many thousands, okay? So there's plenty of volume here for you guys to take part in this. Also, what we can consider here, and probably what you're asking me through the screen, is how much of that traffic is going to generate into a lead for the company. Industry standard for a buyer intent keyword is somewhere around 25 to 30%. So, they're generating around 70 leads just from this one keyword. Now, if you were to go through, 150, 200 leads per month on average is probably what they're generating realistically, which is absolutely huge, especially when these are organic leads and are going to, typically convert into a sale at that point around 50% or higher, depending on your sales team. So at that point, we can see exactly how lucrative this can be for any company that can generate leads like this, right? And if we go back to their overview real quick, we can kind of see, what you're competing with here as well. Strength and trust, really getting closer to that benchmark that I talked around, about 30 for each of these. Again, indexing for over 3,000 keywords and bringing in over 4,000 traffic, okay? Now, they're indexing for a lot of these keywords because they have that blog within their website. So again, they're going to be getting quite a bit of traffic from these blog keywords. But again, that's not horrible because in return, it's helping them generate leads for those buyer intent keywords, which is what you want realistically down the road in the first place. So if you have to do some extra work on the side to generate those extra 200 leads per month, I don't see what company wouldn't do that, especially if that can give you anywhere from 50 to 100, maybe even more extra jobs per month, right? So again, if you guys have any further questions or concerns, go ahead and feel free to reach out to me. I have some contact info in the email down below the video. So again, feel free. I can even, elaborate on any of this information if you need some more, as I know that's going to be a key for a lot of this stuff is just information. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.